Hello, my lovelies. This is Dr. V. Welcome to a new pick a card reading. Today we're going to reveal the truth. We're going to get in deep and gain you clarity on what's really going on in your connection with your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved. So if you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Make sure that you do hit that subscribe button and join this incredibly supportive community of amazing people all around the world. You guys are just incredible. Thank you for supporting one another, for supporting me and this channel. It means the world to me. So today I have some beautiful piles here for you to choose from. I've also given you some crystals here to help you make your choice. Before we dive right in, I just want to let you know that I'm using a really cool new tarot deck here for you. And it's called the Gentle Heart Tarot. And it is just one of the things that you can buy at the Bow Life shop. It is such a beautiful store for all things spiritual. So I've gotten my crystals from there. I've gotten my rings and jewelry from there. And this tarot deck is also from there. So if you would like to have anything from that store, make sure you go to the description box below and pick up my special code, because when you use that at checkout, you'll get 10% off of your entire purchase. So I want to make sure that you save money. All right, make sure you do that, guys. Also, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, because this is a general reading, not everything may resonate for your situation. So you are on a unique journey. If you'd like to get specific guidance on what is going on in your connection, you can have a personal reading with me. The link to that is also in the description box below, as well as the link to all of these oracle decks that I've created for you to help you have more clarity on this journey that you're on. So without further ado, let's get right into your choices. If you would like to take a deep breath, meditate, see what you feel most guided to, you can choose pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, or all of them, and just take the messages that resonate for you and leave the rest. So for pile number 1, we have this crystal right here, or let's call it crystal number 1. Here is crystal number 2. And here is crystal number 3. So go ahead and make your selection and we'll get started with group number 1 here. All right, my beautiful group 1 that chose this crystal, here is your reading. We are going in deep on what's really going on in your connection. We're going to start with your tarot, then we'll add some oracle cards. So let's see what we have here. We have the Hermit. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God, we have the Empress. These are all major arcana. Wow. And we have the Nine of Swords. Wow. All right. So we have some really big energies here, guys. Also, a lot of lessons being learned. A lot of introspection. And I'm also feeling that one of the things that is going to be really big in this connection is that there are definite changes, okay? Big changes that are coming through here. And I wouldn't be surprised, because right now we are coming into a Mercury retrograde, right? And for those of you who are Libras, as I am as well, want to wish you guys a happy birthday as we go into this retrograde. So I feel like this is definitely a time where you are inspired, you know. I like to say inspired instead of challenged by the universe to really think very deeply about where you are, who you are, and what it is that you truly want. Okay, where is it that you are now? Where is it that you wish to go? Especially in romance, right? Especially in this connection. because I am feeling that there may have been a lot of stress that you have been going through in this connection. Nine of Swords, okay? There's been definitely some things, some challenges that you both have been going through. And for many of you, I'm getting the term growing pains. I feel like there's been a cycle here between you and your person of tremendous growth. But with that can also come pain, right? Like as we grow, there's going to be challenges. There's going to be those growing pains that we need to go through to get to that next level of experience, to get that next level of intimacy. Because I am feeling that for many of you, there has been some sort of a separation. Something may have come to some sort of a halt, a standstill. But I'm also feeling that this time has been necessary for your own individual growth, as well as the growth of the relationship. So if you feel like you both have been going through the Hermit's energy here, just know that one of the things about the Hermit that is really powerful, even though it seems like that this is a time of solitude, sometimes the Hermit can also denote a sense of a little bit of a loneliness because you feel that you've had to withdraw. Some of you may have had to withdraw without wanting to withdraw, right? But I feel like the beautiful and more positive aspect of the Hermit's energy is that there's a purpose behind this withdrawal. It's not a sense of loneliness or withdrawal just for the sake of doing it. It's not coming from just an ego energy like, oh, you know, I'm going to go silent in your life, in this relationship, because I wish to get some sort of a reaction, or I wish to hurt you in some way, or I wish to show you what it feels like, you know, to be without me. I don't feel that it's coming from that kind of energy. I feel like it's coming from an energy of seeking answers, right? Seeking clarity through silence or solitude. This Hermit's energy, see, this is the shining light there of knowledge, of enlightenment. You go into Hermit mode not because you so necessarily relish wanting to withdraw, but you may go into this Hermit mode in order to seek answers, in order to go into a silent place where your clarity can come out. Because sometimes there's just too many voices, right? There's too much drama, voices, chatter going on within the relationship, and maybe even possibly around the relationship, that makes it hard to really focus in on your own voice, like to focus in on the voice of spirit within, and to get knowledge and to get answers to the questions that you have about this connection. So I feel like both you and your person are at that stage where you're seeking some sort of an answer to some sort of an issue that has come up, or issues that have come to light, okay? And I feel like both of you, though, with this Wheel of Fortune, you both agree and you both are on the same track in terms of what it is that you want. I feel like you're both looking for a greater investment in this relationship. You're both looking for some sort of a tide to turn, okay? I feel like there's been a little bit of a tired energy, a little bit of like a stale energy, where there may be like certain things that are repeating in this cycle again and again, and you're both kind of tired of that. Whatever has been repeating for the two of you, and it could be like the same old situation, the same old response to that situation, the same old triggers coming back around that have just become too stressful, that have become very old and mundane and tired. And I feel that both of you are looking for something to change and shift in this connection that is going to bring about a new phase, a new beginning, but in a way that is really refreshing, that is really rejuvenating to this connection. Because see, there's a beautiful Empress energy here that wants to come through. And to me, this is the energy that you both are reaching for, striving for, because this is the energy of new creation, new ideas, a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of approaching your relationship. And this is going to be very powerful for both of you. I feel like your person is very invested in this, okay? They see you as this Empress energy also in their life. So for some of you who are at that stage in your life, like your person sees you as somebody they want to have a family with, right? There is, and if you are, I feel like this is also an indication of a pregnancy. So be careful. If you're looking to get pregnant, wonderful. If you're not, be a little bit careful, because this energy coming through here can definitely indicate new life, right? Physically, you know, that there is, you know, a possibility here. Especially if you've been in separation and you are reconciling, there may be some very hot energy here, like some, you know, like reconciliatory intimacy, like, you know, wanting to come back together again, feeling a lot of passion after a separation. So if you're not looking to get pregnant, just consider this a warning. Make sure you are careful. If you are looking to start a family with your person, this is a beautiful indication that the possibility is there. Now, for those of you for whom this Empress energy is more of not a physical reality, but more of Empress in spirit, this is a beautiful energy for the two of you to really come together and share something new, right? The Empress coming up here with the Wheel of Fortune is such a beautiful energy for renewal, okay? For starting something new together, for feeling like you are coming back together, either after a separation or after misunderstanding, after taking some time out to clarify what it is that you really want and to dispel some of the more negative energies of this Nine of Swords. But this is also a beautiful energy of that rejuvenation, right? That, you know, we're not gonna make the same mistakes from the past. We are now looking to change things up. We are not looking to repeat the mistakes, the hurts, and the disappointments of the past in this relationship. We are now switching gears in a really big way. We're looking to manifest something new, something different, something exciting. We're taking this relationship to a new level, a level that we've actually never been in before. And so there's definitely an energy of excitement here. There's an energy, there's a palpable energy of wanting to transform, okay? Transform what this relationship really means and what you both want from, oh my gosh, see what you want from this relationship. Look at how beautiful this is. See, this to me is such a beautiful confirmation of exactly that energy. See, I'm feeling that with this Nine of Swords, there has definitely been some sort of a communication breakdown that has happened in this connection, okay? There's definitely conversations that need to happen that have not happened yet. Look at this. You're getting heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So there's definitely been, again, with this Hermit's energy, I feel like there's been some sort of a silence that has gone on here. But I feel like there's a deep desire within your person to come out of that silence and come back into dialogue, into honest communication, into intimate communication. I also feel that your person knows that they've had a hard time listening to you. Look at this beautiful listening energy that we're getting here. It's like they are now ready to truly listen to what they were not willing to hear before. So whatever the obstacles have been, whatever the challenges have been in this relationship, I feel like a lot of it has to do with some sort of inability that your person has to truly listen, open their hearts and listen from a very deep place. You know how sometimes people, it's like they do listen, they do hear us to a certain extent, but sometimes it can be a bit superficial, or it can be more like they hear what they want to hear, not what is the truth. So there's definitely this energy coming through of truth, you know, and I feel like that's why we're getting all of these major arcanas, because to me, the greatest spiritual lesson that is coming through here in this energy is the spiritual lesson of truth, of not just focusing on listening to or hearing what they want to hear because they're too afraid to hear the truth. I feel like what's really going on in this connection right now is that a major portal is opening up to wanting and inviting the real truth to come in. Because without that, you can't really embody this Empress energy. To me, the Empress energy is about creation from honesty, creation from truth. Without embracing the truth, you cannot create at the Empress level, right? Like, this is a big level to be at. You can't just play around with this energy. There has to be a total and complete embracing of the truth of what is going on in this relationship in order to actually manifest and create at the level of the Empress, to create a change big enough to have this Wheel of Fortune turn. You need momentum. To turn this Wheel of Fortune, there has to be force, but in a good way. There has to be tremendous momentum, so that you can break free from old patterns and old cycles into a new way of being. And that is going to require this beautiful energy of mending, okay? There's mending fences that is going on, mending of this relationship. And through this listening for the truth, through these heart-to-heart conversations, we are going to mend this. You are going to mend this connection because your person knows that this is true love. Look at this beautiful energy right here of true love. This love is a once in a lifetime love. Beautiful. Look at these two people right here. Stunning, right? And so I feel like what's really, again, revealing the truth. What is the truth here? And it's so funny that that's the name of the reading, The Truth Revealed, is that the truth is going to be revealed between you and this person, because there are certain things that need to be said that have not been said in the way that they should be so far. Okay, so there's definitely a truth that is coming out here. But I feel like this truth that is coming out is not going to destroy, it's going to mend, right? It's going to bring together. It's going to unite. The truth will unite you. The truth will mend this relationship because it is coming through with real listening. Hearing you in a new way. You hearing them in a new way. And that's the beauty of what is going on here. You're coming out of that Nine of Swords energy. You're coming out of that Hermit into this beautiful energy right here. So let's get some more messages here, some specific messages from their higher self to you. Yep, see? Beautiful. See? Love it, love it, love it. You guys are on the right track. Absolutely on the right track. Look at this. So take these messages as they resonate because they are quite specific. I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. It was wrong to take my frustration out on you. It hurts to see online that you've moved on with your life. All right. So these are definitely some messages of, separation, struggle, hurt feelings, right? So if you have been in this hermit mode and you have stepped back and you're wanting to know what's truly going on right now in this connection, well, your person has definitely not let go. And then we've seen this throughout, right? Our relationship was different and special. Other people didn't understand it. So this, I feel, is coming from a place of maybe, a third party situation, or any kind of situation where things have been a bit more difficult. You may have had outside influences. I always say third party doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic third party. It can be any kind of outside obstacle, challenge, or influence that has not served this relationship, that has made this relationship more complicated, right? So I feel like your person is very, very aware of how special you are, of how special this connection is. And this is why they are seeking this transformation. And this is so important. Look at this. You guys are coming into balance through transformation. This is beautiful energy. This connection is coming back around, and it's coming back around really strong. It's coming through with intentionality, right? Because this journal card is all about processing. And it's interesting that it came also with the Hermit, because this is very similar energy. This is the energy of processing your emotions, getting clear, looking for enlightenment, looking for the answer to the questions that you had. And so this is why I feel like you both are working very hard. In a good way. You're both putting a lot of energy into bringing balance back into this relationship and into transforming it in a way that takes it to this Empress and Wheel of Fortune level. So this is beautiful, okay? So I feel like what Spirit is saying to you as our final kind of advice here is to make sure that you now pursue the truth here. As you come back into conversation, knowing that you have this true love, knowing that it's time to embrace the truth, make sure that you open the lines of that communication. Make sure that you have these deep conversations that really focus on the listening and the mending, so that you can take that relationship to the next level and do it from a point of open, honest, and beautiful communication. I love it. So let me know what you thought in the comment box below. If you'd like to have a personal reading or order any of the oracle decks that I've created for you to also give you more clarity, all of the links are in the box below. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you all on the next video. My beautiful group 2 who chose this crystal, here is your reading about what's really going on in your connection. So we're going to start with your tarot, then we'll add some oracle cards. So let's take a look here. Wow, the Tower. The King of Cups. The Four of Crystals, which is the Four of Wands. And Temperance. All right, we have some very interesting messages coming through here. So first of all, I feel like you and your person, this person, have a very, very deeply emotionally connected relationship. Okay, this is a relationship that is very deep, very meaningful for the two of you. Okay, and I feel like this is definitely the kind of connection that you have never felt before with anybody else. And I feel like it's very mutual. So when the two of you met, when the two of you connected, you definitely saw something within each other that you had never seen in somebody else before. I feel like if you were the kind of person before that had a hard time with emotions, I feel like this person, there was something about their energy and vice versa, something about your energy to them and their energy to you that put you both in this beautiful King of Cups energy. That's what I'm getting. It's like, you know how sometimes we may not be the most openly emotional person. We may not wear our emotions on our sleeve. We may, tend to be a little bit more hesitant when it comes to our emotions. We may not like to make ourselves vulnerable. We may not feel comfortable doing that. But sometimes it's like when we meet a specific person There's something about that energy. It's like, I feel like you've known each other before. This is a relationship that has come back around many times throughout different lifetimes. And this is why I feel like when you did meet this person and when they met you, you both brought that out of each other. Like you were both very, very comfortable with your emotions. And it was very surprising to both of you because neither of you were really like that before. Like you know, it's not that you're not emotional people. You have very deep emotions. You feel things very deeply, but I feel like you may not have been as comfortable in other relationships letting those emotions come out. And so this is why I feel like when you both met, you both felt like, this is my person. This has to be my person because I've never felt more emotionally at ease. I feel like I can let my emotions flow with this person. I don't feel scared in sharing my emotions. This is the energy that I'm getting from both of you. That there was a level of comfort. There was a level of ease where emotions actually felt good. See, I also feel from either you or your person or both of you, because you may even be mirroring each other in this, where I feel like, again, before you guys met one another, you may have even felt that, you know, romantic emotions don't feel so good to me. And it's interesting to, I don't know why, that's a very strange energy that I'm getting from spirit, but I feel like it has to do with your past. It has to do with certain types of heartbreaks or disappointments that you both had gone through that kind of led you to feel like, you know what, the emotion of love, romantic love, not like love that you would have for family and friends, but the notion of romantic love doesn't necessarily feel good. The emotions that come from falling in love with somebody or having this romantic connection with somebody doesn't really bring forth a lot of great emotions for me. And I feel like both of you come from that, where you've had certain heartbreaks, people have let you down to the point where you weren't really welcoming romantic emotion. You always feel like romantic emotion is actually going to take you down a path of disappointment and destruction. So it's almost like you both had a resistance to romantic feelings. You know, you were like, okay, I'm not looking to fall in love here. You know, I may want to deep down inside, but at the surface level, I'm like, nah, you know, like letting my emotions out have never really got me to a good place. It's kind of left me vulnerable to people hurting me, to people letting me down. And that's a very sad energy. But I feel like when you met each other, there was this beautiful sense of balance. Look at this beautiful temperance energy. I feel like when you met, those old feelings, that old resistance, those old opinions that you had based on previous experiences just kind of floated away. That's the energy I'm getting. Those emotions, you felt a release from those emotions. You felt a release from that resistance or any kind of negativity that you'd been holding on to based on past heartbreaks. And with this beautiful King of Cups energy and with this beautiful temperance, you felt like, wow, I feel like this connection, this person is bringing more balance into my life, is making me want to open my heart, you know, is making me want to love again. Because I do feel for many of you who may have kind of closed off your heart to love to a certain extent. And I feel like it's almost like you're in denial about that. Like openly, you may be telling your family, your friends, oh no, I'm open to love. You know, I'm totally, you know, I'm open. I want to fall in love. I want to have somebody in my life. But I feel like there was a disconnect between you maybe openly saying that versus how you truly felt inside at the energetic level. There was a bit of resistance. I was like, yeah, I say that, but inside I'm a little scared, you know, inside I'm a little hesitant. I've been so hurt in the past, you know, and so maybe I am, maybe I'm not. And I feel like with this Tower's energy, definitely, you know, there's something here in the connection where It's like both of you also have come off of these kind of energies. There have been times in your lives where you have felt that you put your all into something and it came to a very abrupt and painful end. Okay, sometimes you didn't see this coming even. And so I'm getting from this particular reading that there's a lot of camaraderie between the two of you. I feel like you have a lot of shared experiences, a lot of shared emotions. I almost feel like you're more similar than you are different. And so I feel that there are pros and cons to that. You know, there are advantages and disadvantages, of course, to being either very similar or to being very like opposites attract. And in your case, I feel like your similarities do bring certain strengths to this connection. But what's really also going on here is that you may be a bit similar in a way that doesn't serve you in terms of your resistance. Okay, so there is a definite resistance that both of you carry that is very similar. And that resistance definitely comes from past experiences. So I feel like what Spirit is trying to say here is do not let the emotions from the past, do not let past disappointments, past experiences taint this relationship. Because I know it's easy for me to say that, but it's hard to do. I totally get that. You know, when you've been hurt, when you've been let down, when your heart has been broken, I can totally see how it's easy to give that advice, but it's hard to really open your heart again and again. You know, at some point you're like, look, I've been hurt enough. I don't want to deal with this, you know, bullshit anymore. I totally get it. But I do feel that both of you, Four of Crystals, look at this beautiful Four of Wands. I feel like Spirit is saying that if you don't do that, you won't be able to realize your full potential, which is, to me, this is all about a beautiful wedding, engagement, commitment, whatever commitment looks like to you. Whether it's, you know, whether it's moving closer to one another, whether it's living together, whether it's planning a wedding, wanting to stand in front of your friends and family and commit to each other publicly. Build a life together, build a home together. I feel like Spirit is saying this Four of Crystals is your destiny. It is what you are both creating together. That's what's really going on in this connection. Both of you have these secret fantasies of marriage, commitment, wedding, something along those lines, a celebration of your love, a celebration of your commitment. Both of you have these fantasies. I feel that maybe both of you have not truly revealed this to one another. You're harboring something secretly here. But I feel like one of you is thinking, oh, am I the only one thinking this? And the other is thinking the same thing. Oh my gosh, am I the only one who's fantasizing about having this beautiful life together? But what if she is not ready? What if he is not ready for that? So I feel like there's certain beautiful secret fantasies that you're keeping from one another here. But I feel like both of you have the same fantasy. And when I say fantasy, what I mean is like your dreams for the future, what you want this relationship to be, where you want this relationship to go. I feel like both of you have the same vision, but you may be too afraid to share it with one another because you're afraid. Both of you are afraid. If I share what I'm truly thinking and feeling, what if this tower comes down? What if this relationship ends as painfully and as abruptly as the others did? Both of you are avoiding this tower moment. You know, both of you are afraid because you've experienced this tower before. And I get that. I totally get that. Totally get it. But I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that your fears may not be valid. Okay, your fears may not be as real as what you think they are. Okay, so there might be some kind of a limiting belief or a fear that you have here that is not going to come true. but I can totally see why you're afraid that it might. Okay. And look at these cards right here, to me, confirm what Spirit is saying here, is that whatever fear that you're both carrying right now, it may also be bringing your relationship out of balance. And maybe that's why this Temperance has come up, to remind you that, you know what, it's all right to be honest with the vision that each of you have for this relationship. You don't want to let this bring you out of balance. You want to maintain this temperance, this beautiful energy, this beautiful loving energy that you both have, that you've brought out within each other. It is there and it is real. It's not just some, fake thing in your mind. It's not your mind playing tricks on you. Because look at this. This is so amazing. I feel like this, all that glitters, to me, this card represents both of your fears of the past. The fears of the mistakes that you've both made in the past. I feel like both of you have felt that, you know what, every time something has glittered like this in the past, it has turned out to be fool's gold, not real gold, right? And that is why both of you are very careful, are very hesitant, because you feel that you've fallen for the glitter and glamour of relationships in the past. You've fallen for people's maybe false promises. Maybe people in the past, people that you've opened your heart up to, people that you've loved, talked a big game, made all kinds of promises that they didn't keep. And they broke your heart. I can totally get that too. So there's definitely, see, this is why I'm saying, I feel like for both of you, there's definitely an energy here of, I am not falling for this again. Okay, there's a bit of a jaded energy coming through here. And again, it's totally justified. I get it. I know that you feel jaded. You feel like you've been definitely let down in the past. And this is why Spirit is so clear about this. Yes, it is true. All that glitters is not gold. But I do feel that this situation is not what you think it is. It is not the fool's gold that you think it is. And it's interesting that you got this love yourself first in reverse. And it's so interesting to me because usually this card always comes in the upright form, because it's all about self-respect, honoring yourself, putting yourself first, loving yourself first. But in this sense, I feel like Spirit is saying, for you guys, you already do love yourselves. You love yourselves a lot, and that is why you're careful. You're honoring and respecting yourself by being a bit guarded, by not letting, somebody trample upon your heart. But I feel like Spirit is saying it's time to, I think it's time to come out of that energy. It's time to let some of those walls down. And this love yourself first coming in reverse tells me that you have loved yourself first. You have done that enough. Now it's time to let some of the walls down and let yourselves both step into this beautiful Four of Wands energy. You deserve this. This is the union you deserve, and it is there for the taking. But it will require a metamorphosis. It will require the two of you coming out of whatever this wounded energy is that you're both kind of sitting in. Look at you two right here. Look, you have this beautiful potential. To me, this is also the beautiful Four of Wands potential here. But you guys need a transformation, and it's an internal transformation. This metamorphosis is about the two of you coming out from behind the walls that you've put up. Allowing the intimacy to flow. Allowing the trust to flow. That there must be trust in this relationship so that you can keep it in balance, so that you can come into this Four of Wands energy. And you can do it by show simple acts of kindness. Isn't this beautiful? A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. And again, I feel like both of you are probably not used to this. I feel like part of the reason why your past is filled with this Tower's energy is because people were unkind to you in the past. And you've had these experiences of lack of kindness, lack of care. You may have been, dumped or ghosted. We all have been. Nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be embarrassed about. That is part of life's journey. You may have had some very difficult past hurts, and you may have felt that people have been unkind to you, right? That's why I feel like Spirit is saying, be kind to one another. Really bring through this trust. Open up to one another at a deeper level. Trust one another. Open up your heart. Be kind. Instead of just saying, oh, it's all about me, give a little. Give a little. Open up these walls. Show your vulnerability. There might be a bit of a harder energy here that's coming through between the two of you because of past hurt, but it's okay. Spirit is saying it is okay to start trusting one another. It is okay to bring the walls down. So let's get some specific messages here. And please do take these as they resonate, because they may not, for every situation. Oh my gosh. Oh, beautiful. Wow. See, I told you. Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. This is so exciting. Look at this. Didn't I tell you? Look at this. Beautiful. So if you are looking for a confirmation, whether you are on a twin flame journey, this is your confirmation. Beautiful. See, I told you, this is a special relationship. This is a relationship that was meant to be. It is going exactly where you want it to go. Look, it has brought out the true heart in both of you. It has challenged the two of you to open up your heart at a totally new level, in a totally new way. It is so beautiful. Look at this. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. So some of you may be struggling with this, because we know that sometimes with the twin flame relationship, there is, sometimes a bit of a chaser and runner energy going on here. So, sometimes there is a bit of a struggle in coming to terms with the depth of this relationship. Now, if you don't believe in twin flames, that's absolutely fine. This to me is still a confirmation that you have a very deep connection, a very deep connection and a commitment that you both do want. But there may have been some sort of like this running, chasing energy because of some of these issues that are coming out here, as we're seeing here with the Tower especially, right? So if you've had a bit of a struggling and running energy, just know that it is kind of naturally part of this process, but hopefully you're both coming out of it. See, I'm sorry for judging you and hurting your feelings. So there may have been some sort of issues that have come through here. I should have believed in you. You always had my best interests at heart. See? So there is definitely, look at this, romance, twin flame energy. Both of you, I'm hoping now that you're both going to come into this understanding that it is time for both of you to chase the beautiful relationship that you have here. And there's nothing wrong in doing that. There's nothing wrong in bringing those walls down and saying, we are okay. We don't have to be afraid that the tower is going to fall. It is okay to love and trust. It is okay to actually chase one another. It's beautiful when you chase each other equally, because you know that you're onto something big and beautiful here and you both deserve it. So this is absolutely beautiful energy. It is time, okay? It is time for you guys to come together. This union is absolutely here. It is destined. It is coming. It's a matter of the two of you fully trusting and communicating it to one another. So let me know what you thought in the comment box below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I have created for you to help you gain more clarity, all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you all on the next video. My beautiful group 3 who chose this crystal, here is your reading. What's really going on in this connection? We're going to start off with your tarot, and then we'll add some oracle cards. 5 of crystals or wands. The Queen of Cups. The Knight of Cups. and the Page of Cups. Wow, guys, we have a lot of Cups energy coming through here. Beautiful. Okay, so there is definitely a lot of emotional turmoil I'm feeling going on in this connection right now. Okay, I feel like there's definitely, with this Five of Wands energy, there's definitely been some sort of struggle, maybe some sort of separation here. I'm feeling like there's been some issues with communication between the two of you. I am also feeling that there's been a lot of misunderstanding. I feel like there's a lot of love in this connection, but for some reason, there's some sort of a breakdown in communication. You know how sometimes, you know, you may have a lot of love and passion with somebody, but that very love and passion sometimes becomes overwhelming because there's some sort of a disconnect between the way you communicate that and what it actually is that you're feeling. So I feel like there's definitely an issue here in this connection about how do we really effectively communicate what our real feelings are, okay? Because what I'm feeling here is that this connection is very, very close. I'm getting a very deep energy here of the two of you being very, very much like best friends. Okay, so at the level of like friends, I feel like you are so, so close. But there's, to me, a difference between what is going on here with the two of you at that level of friendship. I feel like for some of you, this is not for everybody, but for some of you, you both started this relationship from a very deep friendship, okay? You were friends first. And then the friendship took on more, okay? That's for some of you, not for everybody. But I still feel, even for all of you, your relationship is definitely built upon a level of friendship. And I feel like when it came to the friendship, your communication was a bit better. Like, you know how sometimes when we have a free-flowing relationship with somebody, when there aren't a lot of deep expectations that come with a romantic relationship, then your communication is definitely a bit better. But sometimes when you take a friendship into a romantic relationship, there are some hiccups along the way, right? Because now with this Page of Cups, your ability to communicate is going to be tested for sure, because the level of communication and the skills that you need to have to take a friendship into a romantic relationship is very different, right? Because now you've upped the game. As in, taking something from a friendship to a relationship requires a whole different set of communication skills. So for many of you, I feel like there's two options, like there's two groups here. One is the group of you who you were friends first and you decided to become lovers and you decided to take that friendship into a relationship. But unfortunately, the level of your communication hasn't made that transition. You're still in the Page of Cups energy. So this is the energy of more immature communication, not sophisticated, elegant communication, not communication between two life partners. You know, this is more of a communication between friends. So that's some of you. Others of you may not have come from a friendship, but still your communication skills need to be built because you're still communicating at the Page of Cups level. Okay, so there's some sort of an immaturity here that is not letting this relationship fully take off. And so what's happening is that it's turning into this Five of Crystals energy, which is the energy of a bit of struggle, a bit of conflict, people misunderstanding each other, people coming from differing points of view but not able to fully communicate at a level where you can resolve these differences. Okay, so I'm feeling that there has definitely been misunderstanding. There's definitely been some form of struggle to really effectively convey what you're thinking. I'm getting a lot of energy coming through here of frustration. You know how when you feel like you're saying something, but the other person is almost accusing you of saying something else? There's a bit of an accusing energy coming from this Five of Crystals. So I'm feeling frustration, like you or they or both of you feel like you're being accused of saying or doing things that you didn't mean to say or do, or there's some sort of a conclusion that your person or is coming to, or you have come to, about each other's intentions that are not true, that is not accurate, like misunderstanding of intentions, misunderstanding of words, misunderstanding of actions. Okay, and this is why I feel that the emotional energy here between the two of you is definitely slowing down here, or maybe even needs to be slowed down, because there may have been a lot of drama or conflict that has come through. And I feel that both of you are extremely emotional right now. So maybe if you have stepped back and taken a break, or if there has been some sort of a temporary separation, I feel like Spirit is saying that it may have been justified or needed, because I feel like things have gotten heated here. There may have been arguments, misunderstandings, disagreements here that got very, very heated between the two of you. A lot of emotions, okay? I feel like there's a lot of emotions flowing here, but they're not necessarily right now helpful emotions. So this is why Spirit is saying you may need to take a step back, slow down this energy a little bit, and make sense. Take some time to make sense of the emotions that you're feeling. Gain some clarity on what these emotions are. If you feel that you have been triggered, again, Five of Crystals, very much to me an energy of triggering. If you feel that you have been triggered, then it is time to become much more self-aware. What are these emotions that you are feeling? Why are you feeling them? What is triggering you? Are you projecting something onto the other person, or have they been projecting something onto you that may not be accurate? This is a time of reflection. I also feel that this is a time of the two of you knowing with this Knight of Cups that, look, you know, we still love each other. This is not about breaking up. This is about figuring out what needs to be fixed. Two very different energies. This is not the energy of I'm fed up with you, you know, you're just taking the life out of me, I'm over, I'm done. This is not that energy. With this Knight of Cups, this is a slower moving energy, but this is good. This needed to be slowed down. And this is also to me an energy of saying, I love you so much. This is not about breaking up. I'm not giving up on this connection. We just need some time to regroup. We just need something here to, you know, say that we may need a bit of time to slow this energy down and to start understanding what may be triggering us. Knowing that we are definitely here for one another. Knowing that we are still very much loving one another, but we don't want to lose this connection. We don't want a breakup here. Okay, that's not something that we both want. See? Wow. Amazing. Look at this energy here. Wow. Back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. See? This is exactly what I was saying. Thank you, Spirit. Amazing. Because look, see, this is a very passionate relationship. And we're seeing that with all of this Cups energy, a lot of love, a lot of passion in this relationship. But sometimes when you have a relationship that is so passionate, there are good and bad things associated with that, right? There are definitely pros and cons to everything. I love passionate relationships. Don't get me wrong here. You know, I love passion. Passion is exciting. It's adventurous. It makes us feel alive, right? There's nothing wrong with passion. I feel like passion is an absolute ingredient here, but it can't be the only ingredient in a loving relationship, right? It has to also be balanced by other things. And oftentimes, if we are not right now maintaining that balance, passion can lead to Five of Wands energy, because now it's misdirected, right? It's directed towards conflict instead of camaraderie, right? We don't want our passions to overflow into conflict. We want our passion to keep us in a sense of cooperation and camaraderie and companionship. Sorry, all C words, right? All the C words that are, to me, a counterweight to conflict, right? We don't want conflict. We want camaraderie, compassion, companionship. So this is where Spirit is calling upon the two of you to not come apart. See, we're getting coming apart energy here. See? So I feel like Spirit is saying, do not let this Five of Wands, Five of Crystals energy make the two of you come apart. You don't want this. So even if there's been some of this, okay, we need to step back and reevaluate, maybe take some time, that's fine, do that. But do not let it make you come apart at the seams. We don't want this. But we do want the opportunity to reevaluate what we want here. So this is definitely a time of clarity. Okay, if you feel that things have been coming apart, this is the time to ask yourself some of the tougher questions. Why is this coming apart? What do I need to reevaluate here? What is my role? Both of you need to ask yourselves, what is your role in this Five of Wands energy? Because I feel like the universe is asking, Spirit is asking that of you. Spirit is asking you to put your attention towards understanding yourselves as a couple better here. And not letting the very passionate emotions that may be flowing here, not letting those taint your vision. Because essentially this relationship is meant to regenerate. Look at this, you're getting regeneration. So if there's been a struggle or separation here, this relationship is meant to come back together. It is meant to regenerate. But I feel like your challenge is going to be that in order to have this regeneration, you really do have to elevate yourself from this Page of Cups energy, like your level of communication and your commitment to communicating better with one another is going to be the key to rise above this level of communication to a level definitely of this Queen of Cups, as in becoming much more masterful in the way that you communicate your real feelings. So as you're not kind of, swimming around in the discontent of this Five of Crystals. This is very frustrated, discontentment, icky energy. We don't want this. We want to regenerate this connection into a better energy here, right? We don't want to continue on with this coming apart energy, because this coming apart energy is very much associated with this Five of Crystals here. So let's take a look at some specific messages. Just take these as they resonate, because they may not, right? So just be gentle with yourself. What would your person say to you? Interesting. Okay, so these just fell out, so we're going to take them, but let's get one more here because we had two falling out. Let's just get one more specific message to clarify. Yeah, see? So here's the thing. There is definitely something here, okay? That Five of Crystals has brought up a lot of regret and destruction here. So if you guys feel like you have been in some sort of struggle, if this struggle has turned into separation, just know that there is a lot of regret being felt here. A lot of regret. Because there's a tower energy. This destruction card is very much also a tower energy. So something may have come down very abruptly here. There may have been some sort of a conflict, some sort of miscommunication that has brought a lot of remorse and life regret and loss into this connection. So there's been some sort of an unexpected change. But see, I feel like there's definitely a specific message here coming from the masculine to the feminine. It's like they know that they have had issues, okay? There's a masculine energy coming through here from regret and destruction. And I feel like if you're a feminine watching for the masculine, there's definitely an energy here of them being at a crossroads and them knowing that there's some better choices to be made here. And knowing that it's important to make those better choices, and they have everything to do with communication and coming out of that Five of Wands energy that has been very, very destructive. I do feel that that Five of Crystals energy here with the coming apart has been a destructive energy, especially for the masculine at this time. Okay, look at this. I cheated you out of real love. I ghosted you because of my own insecurities. Okay, so definitely energies here of conflict, maybe even ghosting or separation. I feel like I abandoned you and myself when we broke up. I want to reconcile. See? So definitely energies of coming apart here, right? If you have already done this, your person is definitely regretting. Look at that. See? A lot of regret, a lot of loss coming up here. It's easier being with someone from my world. Okay, so this is very specific. For some of you, I feel like there may have been a lot of conflict here with that Five of Crystals, maybe a bit too much. And your person, if they have walked away or you have walked away, they may be right now trying to kind of make themselves feel better by being with somebody more casual, something more easier, right? But I still feel like within or beneath all of that, there is still a very deep love. There's still a lot of emotion that your person is feeling for you. And so I feel like it's very hard for them right now to process through that emotion. It's like, even if they're wanting to move away, even if they're wanting to walk away, their emotions are not letting them. There's still a lot, like there's a bit of an emotional mess that they're still in over you. Okay, that's a specific message for those of you who are in some sort of separation. So just know that there's definitely a lot of passion, a lot of emotion that is still in this relationship, and the potential is there for you to work it out, even if things have been rough. But it's going to be all about the communication. It's going to be all about finally coming together and changing the way that you communicate with one another, and kind of really going back into why is it that you fell in love in the first place, and what is it that you truly want out of this relationship. All right, so let me know what you thought in the comment box below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created to help you gain more clarity, all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you all on the next video.